A friend of mine showed me that the digital release of which Star Wars is it where Han Solo and Greedo do the shot thing
Episode 4, I think.
in the digital release. Uh, he said Greedo says a line that he doesn't say in the original movie.
Oh, which is what?
Right before they do the shooting, he goes, he goes, he goes, McClunky, and then he gets shot. And a friend of mine showed me that, and it's it's pretty funny.
McLankly?
He goes McClunky,
Okay.
and then gets shot.
On that note, welcome to the show, the ADLR podcast. I'm ADLR, that's Brian.
Mm,
We took, what, a week off, I think it was? I didn't have anything on the list to talk about at all. And then I did some homework over this week and a game-a-thon. I should look up the total at the moment.
7 million,
Dang, that's a lot.
dude.
You said dude?
Yeah.
Um, Over the weekend, if you're listening to this after the fact, which I guess you would anyway, uh, we did a 24-hour charity stream. It's not too late to donate. We'll probably have the link in the description of this episode. So if you want to continue, it ends in December 31st, I think it is. So it's year round.
Year ends, the donation ends.
Exactly. I also have a VOD that I still have to put a thumbnail and stuff for. That's going to be on YouTube if you just want to see what happened in the 24 hours. We pretty much ended it with like a group speed run of Pico Park 2. And that's it on that. Let me see if I can get a total as of this recording. I hit dashboard and it took me somewhere. Nope. There we go. We are at. Oh, where does it say it? Oh, I can't
You're
read.
tweaking, dog.
We are at 1,175. So shout out to every single person who donated. This is where we would have like the clap stuff, but
At 2,000, I grow my hair back.
how would you do that?
Right on cam.
Are you gonna like hold your breath or something and push it out or what?
Yeah, that's the thing people don't know about the bald buff is you're so strong you can undo the buff if you ever need to.
If you need to level the playing field.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Okay. Sick. All right. Anything else you'd like to remix into this? All right. What was I gonna talk about? Oh, I've been playing RoboQuest, Brian. Do you know what RoboQuest is?
Tell me what it is.
I don't know what it is. Besides like a roguelite FPS sort of Borderlands art style with a cell shaded look. You get to play different classes. You're all robots, by the way. With one we have goons. You have another one that's a shield, like a temporary overshield, like invulnerability. Wow, hit that.
You're
We're at
tweaking right now.
900 miles an hour. I'm sleepy right now. Is what it is.
Sleep on camera right now. You won't.
Really? I wake up and you left your camera on, but it's tomorrow already. I've been recording the entire time. Uh, yeah, it's a co-op FPS. Very similar to Dead Cells with the different biomes, different branching biomes, a bunch of small like side quests that you do as you're doing your runs. A lot of creative guns. There's melee weapons, throwables, crossbow, like a good assortment of them. The enemy variety, kind of. I don't think it's a lot of. They're mostly all robots, but well, I guess they do because they have elite ones as well. So enemy
They just do
variety
like
is.
different colored versions that are like, oh, that one's stronger version of this.
It's not even different colors. Just like we have a little one of this one, a medium of this one, a large one of this one, and they all look like they're in the same family, like closely related family. And then the further you go, the different biomes, they might give them like the elites that show up randomly. The more like it's called power crystals, but it's like the things in Hades where you do the extra heat level. They will appear more in the run. So you can what was that what was I talking about?
The families and then the difficulty Hades thing.
okay, that's where you fight the elites, and then in the elites you have like the different. Some of them have a shield that you have to break through or shoot through or hit them with a weakness that they have because there's different damage types. Just like in Borderlands, there's like a shock, fire. I think there's ice, explosive. I think I'm missing one. I don't know if it's like an energy one or something, but it's one of those. Uh, I don't know. The combat feels fun and like fast paced because you have to be moving the entire time. They just as soon as they see you, they just start shooting at you. That's like the loop of it. So you have to like almost like if you're playing like the recent Doom and Doom Eternal, that type of combat. Almost every time, every encounter seems like that. So it's fast paced. You can swap. What's up?
Unrelated. Is there a release date for the new Doom?
Not that I know of. Do you
Okay.
remember what it was called?
Uh, Doom Dark Ages or something like that. Oh, yeah, it is Doom the Dark Ages.
Okay, the one with the shield that showed off.
Yeah, 2025. Oh, it says
A general.
allegedly.
Yeah. Okay. A general 2025.
All right, continue. I drooled.
I don't have much else to add. It was an indie game that I bought when it was in early access and kind of waited until it was 1.0. Once I hit 1.0, I started playing it again, and I'm just doing a bunch of runs now, pretty often. It'll keep me satisfied until Hades 2 1.0. I know there's like an update, the Olympian update, but I didn't play it.
I'm holding off.
You already said
They
that
added a new weapon and everything.
an addition or did it replace one?
A new one.
Oh, okay.
But I
I
was like, hold off on that B.
did you end up? I guess you would have put it down if you finished Metaphor. I was gonna say if you
Nope,
got.
not yet.
All right, I'm excited to see it on there. When I'm like, oh, he's finally done. That's how I know you moved on to Dragon Age.
It's new month and more music making.
That's true. These darn RPGs and JRPGs keeping you down.
Mm-hmm. I might have been able to beat it by now, if I just was not productive at all on the weekdays.
That's true because you even running on your Steam Deck, so Steam Dink. Sorry,
Yeah.
and you could have just easily been on the go when you're laying in bed. Do you
That
play?
I can think of. What are you gonna say?
No, so do you play more on the Steam Deck now that you have it installed on there, or do you still just sit there at the desktop?
Still on my computer for the most part.
Mm.
I just lean back. I just do this.
Oh, that's right. Your chair has like a lean mode.
Yeah. I, it doesn't look like there's too many other people I either recruit slash just talk to, make a confidant bond for
Okay.
since you play Persona. So it looks like it might be winding down.
Ah, okay. Is there
I
like
don't know.
is it the same like in Persona? Where there's like a max level of the confidants stuff, Hmm.
Yeah.
and you already hit max on.
I maxed. I think just one person so far. He's not
Purpose.
even my favorite either.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. On purpose or like you just a happenstance?
It always just worked out. He was available to talk to, and I was like, I already did everything else.
Oh, that's right, because you have to pick and choose like what you do in the day and night.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming he's always yeah. I'll level up.
Yeah, so he had maxed out. I don't hate the unit so far. The good thing is
It's a
there's
unit.
no one, there's no yeah. I just
They're not people to you.
I don't hate him as a character,
Uh huh.
which is funny because a lot of times the first person they introduce you to in Persona is the annoying archetype of cocky idiot
Hothead.
that's friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this guy's not.
Oh,
And so
so he broke the trope.
yeah,
Okay, and that's the guy who looks like the lead in Persona 3
no.
or
So
4.
the main character looks like Persona 3 character. This guy looks like Persona 4 guy.
Gotcha. Because I remember when you
And
were
yeah,
streaming it on the Discord the first time on the first day. I'm like, that has
he'd
to be
be.
the same character, and they're just crossing over. Like this them
Uh,
grown up now, not out of school.
I wouldn't be surprised if they reused assets. It would make sense because Persona 3 and the main character, and they redid the models and stuff for
That's
the
true.
remake. So I wouldn't be surprised. Um, yeah. So far, no one that I can talk to, I hate.
Okay.
Whether they're in my party or they're the confidants,
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate anybody yet.
Oh, that's good. So no one's like annoying.
And a lot of them have like European accents.
You're
So
okay. Like just UK, or is it like Irish, Scottish, like around the UK, or
there's a mix.
okay, okay.
So there's like a what like the more posh European accents that you would hear. There's some that are Irish. There's some that sound like I forget where it is. If it's Liverpool accent, but it's like British, but they talk like this, like
Like Jamie's,
is
it's like Jamie,
yeah, like basically where
like
Jamie's
Jamie.
from.
Okay,
It's like what are you doing, lad?
yeah, that's that's like Jamie. He called me a baby.
The only your character has just a regular like American English accent, but everybody else has like exciting stuff.
Is he someone who came from a different land?
It's like a rare race. Like no one knows where the other ones are. They assume that
So
they're so rare that
he's a Finn.
when he yeah basically like when he shows up like oh an Elda the hell that's the name of his race Elda ELDA
An Elder Ring.
yeah
That's crazy.
even in the main bad at least the one that's they're portraying to be the main bad as of right now looks like a badass.
Oh, okay.
He looks like if Alucard was an asshole.
But he's a badass.
Yeah, like they open the game, the first cutscene with
Uh huh.
him murdering the current king,
Oh, okay.
and then when he's
For no
asked, "Hey,
reason, or is he like a? He's one of those like chess
he's trying to get the
players.
throne,"
Okay.
yeah, and when they ask him, it's not like, "No, it wasn't." Like Littlefinger's like, "Yeah, I did it."
Yeah, it was mean. What of it?
Yeah, his son too. And it's like, all right,
That's crazy. So that's I'm assuming the final big bad.
yeah,
Mm,
and then they do an interesting way of trying to get to him.
okay, well, you can save it for when it's on there, I
Yeah,
guess.
but so far I'm enjoying it. I like the job system as opposed to the Pokemon catch 'em all personas.
Uh huh.
That being said, one of the jobs is like similar to the way the personas games work.
Oh, okay.
There's like two classes that aren't like the other ones. The way you level them, you gotta go out of your way and make items for them so that you can get abilities for them. I thought it was cool.
So he's kind of switching up the formula. They might be doing that on purpose for the next persona to try it out.
Yeah, but yeah, so far I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Oh, I forgot one more thing. I was staring at the extra life thing. I played Monster Hunter Wilds. I am still as excited as when I before I played it, which is good because I saw the. I've been watching all the trailers just to see what weapon I'm going to use, things like that. And I still didn't decide until I played the beta here. Started off with the great sword. Uh, no, sorry. It started off with like a cutscene of some sort, and you have to use like the default. No, I think it did pick the heavy sword beforehand, and it was just a heavy sword, and the damage was nice, but it moves so slow for me. I got like slower weapons like a great sword and stuff, but there's got to be some dance with it. This one's like if I hit the button, I hope they don't move. It happened multiple times on stream. Well, I guess it'll be on the VOD, but multiple times where I'm like, oh, this has to hit, and he moves just slightly, and then it goes whoop and misses him, and I'm like, well, now I'm here just about to take this tail in the face or something.
Hmm.
Um, the grapple gun to grab stuff is pretty nice. It's pretty neat. So if you're chasing after a monster and you see some stuff that you want to grab, you can start collecting resources as you're still chasing, which is dope. The mount is awesome because you can jump off cliffs and it can glide. Like it's very handy for traversal. I did play with the what is it? The two swords, the dual swords. Dang it!
Dual
Is
daggers or something.
oh is it?
Double daggers or something. Double. I don't know.
Anyway, the dual swords of whatever, and I had a lot of fun with that because it was not as much damage, but it just felt more responsive. Like everything's quick, so I'm like, okay, this I might get used to. And as soon as you can get hit, like as soon as you hit like a weak spot or a wound, which I don't know if the wound thing's new or not, but I like the whole mechanic of the wound. When you're hunting a monster, you might wound it for a bit, and you can focus on it. excuse me, for more damage, or do like a special maneuver with your weapon on it, like a super move or something. What else did I try out there? The co-op works cross platform. B-Man was playing on PC, and I loaded it up on the Xbox to make sure that the crossplay is nice. I mean, we were hunting, and it seemed fine.
Hmm.
I don't remember seeing any latency issues, but maybe he did. Because I think I was hosting, and then I invited him. I think it was. Who knows? But it works. It looks great. It runs all right. Again, I played it on the console, so I'm not sure. I'm hoping it runs fine on PC. No, but I think Johan and E-Man said that that's not entirely true because it doesn't run well on their computers. So
Hmm.
maybe there's hopefully just some optimizations they got to do before, or just like a day one update that they already have fixes for this for. What's up?
Trying to see when it's out again. I keep thinking February. Is that right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
asked that question
February.
like 3 times as I was playing it because I'm like, this is gonna be a good game. It feels fun. It feels open. It feels like you can explore a lot. There's a lot to explore. I mean, yeah, it should be February, like at the end of the month, 25th, I think it is.
28th,
Dang
last
it.
day of the month.
That's true because Yakuza, the like a pirate or like a Yakuza the pirate one,
Hmm.
moved the release date up because they were gonna go on the 28th, and they're like, let's not fight with Monster Hunter Wilds, so they're going a week earlier. That's crazy.
I mean, as long as the game's done, do what you gotta do.
I mean, I think it'll do fine too. That series. Oh, I still haven't watched the show yet.
It's out.
It started airing already. I don't know if all of it's out, but it's on Amazon Prime, and I think they do weekly. So
You like it?
yeah, sure. The trailer I saw looks pretty good. It looks pretty campy, which that's kind of what it is in a weird way. From the one game I played the complete, 2 games I played the completion. I was gonna sell myself short there. I followed Ichiban all the way to Hawaii.
Oh,
Um, oh, that's all I wanted to mention for Monster Hunter Wilds. It's feeling fun. That's gonna do really well for Capcom. So hopefully they take all that profit and put it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
but it's the cycle doesn't break. They put the Resident Evil money into Monster Hunter, and the Monster Hunter money goes to
Maybe a
one
Devil May
fighting.
Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry. I think that's gonna take a lot longer, only because I think recently one of the key developers left the company,
Uh huh.
so they might push back. They might try something new, very small
A small
recoverable amount
project.
of that profit. And if it doesn't do, if it even looks like one person didn't like it, fuck that. Resident Evil versus Capcom.
Yeah.
They're
What?
some kind of Resident Evil port.
I'm with you on that. That's kind of been
It,
the cycle,
and they
unfortunately.
seem to have found another cycle with just fighting imports again.
I mean, that's a good market to get some fast cash though, because I mean, people are buying the physical now because they don't want what happened before with Marvel to happen again. They're gonna have a physical copy now.
I'm tempted to. I just don't have space to store collection like that.
That's true. Unless you just collect the disc and carts and put them in those binders. But I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. Having the case is part of it, in my opinion.
It's the same thing with like that.
You don't throw away the box. That's weird. Like you just
Yeah.
that's part of the vinyl, the product anyway. Oh my god, I'm so fucking gassy. Um, what are we talking about? Monster Hunter
You know
Wilds.
what you did.
What did I do?
Do you know?
That's true. I know. I don't know. Uh, oh, you did your homework. You listened to Chromacopia, and that's what I need to know.
Yeah,
I
listen today.
How was it?
Um, hold on. Sorry, let me pull it up to the album.
That's fine. I kind of hit you with like a
I
switch
yeah,
up.
for the what's it called? For the backstory, I guess,
Hmm.
with Tyler.
Yep.
Around the time he started, I always like it's kind of the same thing with Lady Gaga, where at the time I didn't care for her side of like her lyrical side of things. I was more so like, hey, whoever's producing this is crazy, which was him, and I didn't know that. But at the time, I was not a fan of his music at all. but I thought he was funny. Like personality wise, I was like, I can skip his music, but
Uh-huh.
when he's doing something silly, I enjoyed it.
Right.
I think I didn't actually start liking his music until 2019
Oh,
with
dang.
the Igor album. I liked
Oh.
when he produced for other people, like so anything production wise. Usually he won me over. It's
Uh-huh.
just like when he was the main artist on it, man. Until Igor, I enjoyed. Call Me If You Get Lost, 2021. I enjoyed. Um, so I was actually really excited to find out that he's doing another album.
Yeah.
3 years later, I didn't realize it was 3 years later.
It's been a minute.
Um, so I listened to it today. I was gonna listen to it like last week, but and I didn't really feel like I didn't do anything new. I played Persona,
Mm-hmm.
not Persona. I played Metaphor, and that was really it. Uh,
That answers my question of how Persona is metaphor.
Persona jobs.
Yeah. Holy shit.
So yeah, 14 tracks, 53 minutes.
Yeah.
I didn't heart any of the songs on here.
What?
Um, there's no song that was like turn this shit off.
Right.
I think individually they were cool ideas.
Okay.
I was like, again, production
Slaps.
slaps. The song content itself, well, it's a cool idea. Or he dives into like storytelling quite a bit,
Uh-huh.
kind of like in Call Me If You Get Lost. The story says about he's with
The
his
girl.
friend's a girl. Yeah,
At the last, I think it's the ending track or the one before.
yeah. I forget the name of it,
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
but he does stuff like that in a few of these songs. Um, they're cool stories. They're not really stories that just like that song that I'm like, okay, how many times I want to hear this specific story?
Mm-hmm.
But they're cool ideas. A lot of I would say the first half of the album, really good transitions from song to song, and then afterwards, it's kind of just like singular ideas that are cool, or like they're only united by like him having someone talking over it, like certain parts of it, like
Uh-huh.
someone's like talking to Tyler essentially.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, the first half, it feels like with just a long song kind of. Not that they are instrument in the way that they flow into each other, as opposed to it just sounding the same 6 or 7 times. Um,
Okay. So it sounds like it's
yeah,
just it's not like one cohesive image. Like it's not like one whole consistent project, is what you're saying.
the first half definitely feels like it is like one project, like
Mm-hmm.
one cohesive project,
Yeah.
and then one like around track 8 downward, there's some kind of flow, but it's more so it feels like single hits.
It starts going starts going crazy. It starts doing each
Yeah,
starts doing their own thing.
kind of. And the only unifying thing is that then the person that was not narrating but was that keeps talking
Yeah.
is talking throughout these songs still throughout the
Gotcha.
album.
Like he's just the narrator.
Yeah, like songs by themselves, they're cool ideas. Production goes off. Um, some of the features are cool. Um, but I think it shines more as an album as opposed to the songs by themselves.
Okay.
Like it's cool. It's a cool. You can. I don't find myself re-listening to it that much. I don't see myself re-listening to it that much. But like casually. But I could see if he ever released an instrumental version of this, I could see myself looping that and just like digesting patterns he does, or like the way he you sample some things in there.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting
Um,
that review. I gotta be honest. I thought it was gonna be. I think especially to have none in your library. I was not expecting that.
and it's not to say that any
It's
of the songs are bad.
right, right. That
Um,
just threw. You just that was a flank just now.
yeah, surprisingly, it just wasn't, and I can't even say it wasn't for me because I enjoyed the project, but I didn't love the project. I guess
Okay, that's fair. You can love it.
school
You can like
schoolboy's
it
on
and
it,
love
and I
it.
was like, oh, that's cool.
Was his track a dope or no?
Yeah, I liked his track. I like his part the most in an instrumental, and Tyler's kind of just doing Tyler stuff. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of this does feel like he made these songs to perform live. A lot of them feel like when
Very
they come on,
inclusive.
explodes.
Okay. Like
The
build up like a weird build up to like a crazy chorus instrumental or something
Yeah, it definitely feels like an album like he put it together with
with
the
live
thought of
performance.
performing it.
Gotcha.
Um,
Isn't that what's it called? Isn't that what happened in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie? Like that's why they
I
made
don't
people
remember.
Rocky or whatever. 'Cause they wanted it to be like performative, but then the audience can also join in.
I don't remember.
I could have sworn that was
The
in the
other thing
movie.
too is this. I mean, it probably isn't, but it feels like a sequel album, which is cool that
To
that he
what?
could have done that. Like it sounds. You know how 808s, not 808s, College Dropout and Late Registration. Kanye Day wasn't really experimenting too much, so it kind of just sounds like he's building on that sound.
Mm-hmm. Like a
It kind of
continuation.
feels like, yeah, it kind of feels like a continuation of Igor and Call Me If You Get Lost, a little more Igor-ish.
Okay, because it's more abstract. I'm assuming. Kind of abstract, but I
Just
don't know.
just more varying ideas,
Okay.
at least with each song. But I would still recommend it to people, especially if you've liked Tyler's previous work. Give it a shot, support the album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not while I do like it, it's not really something I see myself coming back to.
Excuse me. Okay.
He's not credited or like tagged, so in the artist, his feature isn't on here, but Donald Childish Gambino's in some of these.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's had quite the year already with the witchy song K Tornadoes, his whole ass album. He featured
Yeah,
in what's her name, Raven Lene,
yeah.
the One Wish song. He's had quite the year.
This album too, it feels very like new age Kanye. Like he I don't know any other producers. He's not even new generation. Like he up his name is high up with held with high regard as like listen to his production even on this album.
Okay, I had to off to him. I'll listen to it. I even mentioned it to you when we were doing the charity show. I'm like, oh, I still gotta listen to Chromocopia. Didn't even get to it.
Yeah, I finally got to it. One of these songs is like a diss track.
To who?
I don't, I don't know if it's
Just like
the
don't say
DJ
Drake.
Khaled. I don't know if it's DJ Khaled or Drake. I
Oh,
don't think it's
okay.
Drake just because he had him had him come out to his concert like as a special favor request years ago. I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but I have a strong feeling it's DJ Khaled.
Oh, okay. They're still beefing. I thought that was done.
I don't
Or
know.
not
I don't
done,
know.
but like I thought he just said, "Oh, we just don't get along."
He's never like addressed it in a song.
That's true. It's only been interviews that I've seen the clips. That's fair. Um,
I'm curious to see if anybody has notes on it.
Notes on what?
Like to see if someone can actually
Oh, on
identify.
Genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might. I mean, it's a lot of people had their eyes on this album, so I'm sure there's people on Genius that are immediately went to work. Inmediatamente. While you look that up, I saw a movie called Woman of the Hour. Anna Kendrick's directorial debut, I think. It's what I keep hearing. I don't know. She's also in it. It's a
Is that the
Netflix.
singing lady? She's Scott's brother and Scott's sister and Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Okay.
He threw me for quite the loop. He said, that's Scott's brother. I'm like, what? um, what was I at? What? Damn it, what was I talking about?
The movie.
Yeah, but where, I'll just start from the beginning.
Anna Kendrick, she's in it.
That she's in it. I was going to mention something else. Oh, it's about a. This is like a movie that has like a story and a bunch of mini B stories, if that makes sense. So this is apparently based on a real story, I think, where in 1978 there was a live like dating show, but one of the contestants was one of the serial killers that the people have been looking for. So Anna Kendrick plays the woman who was on that episode, trying to guess, like trying to match herself with one of the guests, one of the dudes. She can't see the, you know what I'm talking about. One lady sits here, wall, and there's like a bunch of dudes, and they have to like, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Like the blind dating, but on TV.
Correct. While that story is happening, like she has her own arc there of like, oh, let me really challenge these guys to see if they're smart or whatever, if they're intimidated by smart women. That whole arc she's having on there on that side. And then the breaks in between the story, that story beat, is the stories of the previous victims that he's had before this moment, or like before this dating show. So you start seeing like every time this girl, how does the girl meet him? How does his charisma's at max stat apparently, and he tricks them into either taking a photo or something just to seclude himself with them, and then he inevitably kills them. And it's like a lot of like, oh my god, you keep saying it's mostly, oh no, girl, you're messing up. A lot of those over and over again.
Oh, it's oh honey.
Thank you. It's like, oh honey, you're dying now. This is, I see how you died. Um, but I mean, this is not going to be spoiled because this actually happened. This Anna Kendrick's character did not, or I don't know if her story specifically happened, but she makes it out in this. The movie itself is just mostly about all the previous victims, and her main story is like the in betweens, if that makes sense.
Like her story is just like the connection
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah, because it connects her with the killer with all these other victims. Because after that game show is when I think he got caught, if I'm not mistaken. Because one of the previous victims was friends with somebody that Diana Kendrick's character is friends with, if that makes sense. So when she was watching the show and she saw the dude, she's like, "Oh, I think that's the last person that was with so and so before she was found dead or whatever, right?" And it was just dope. I enjoyed it. The guy who plays the serial killer definitely does a good job. I was from the outside looking in, creepy as hell, dude. Right? He plays the calm, collected type of serial killer, not the crazy ones, right?
Kind of like what's his name in Fresh?
That kind of suave, yeah. Like he's you talking about Sebastian Stans? Yeah, like that kind of suave, where it's like he's not, he doesn't do too much, but it's enough to be like, oh, he's mysterious, like, right?
He's
What
not
is
trying to be mysterious. He's just like you don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I don't know how. You know that the spiel that Brad Pitt does to Matt Damon when he has to like quickly be the person they're swapping out, and he's like, he's gotta love you when you're there and forget you the second you walk out of the way. Like that description is what this guy's doing almost every time he approaches any of these ladies and starts like doing whatever Riz ultimate move he does, right? But it's just cool to watch. Tony Hell's in this as well. Nicolette Robinson, Autumn Best, Pete Holmes is in this. Kelly Jackal. That name sounds familiar.
It's me.
Because she's in Pitch Perfect. Anywho, I don't know. I recommend it. It was a good time. It's only an hour and 30 minutes. It's not like a lengthy. It's not asking too much of your time. Pacing's pretty quick because like again, it's her story beat of her like, getting on the game show, uh, being snarky on the game show and stuff like that. Split in between like flashbacks of his other victims. So it's quickly paced. It doesn't like overstay its welcome. So I'm digging it. For her first outing as director, dope. I'm digging it. And that's all I had to say about that. Oh. Earlier in the year, I think it was, or maybe late last year, there's a Nintendo, or what is it? Nintendo Direct?
Mm-hmm.
Where they showed off Cat Quest 3, I think it was. Right? And I've always like, that looks like a fun time, right? Like it looks super accessible. It's an RPG. Cool. But then I'm like, there's been 3 of these. How have I not like heard of this, right?
It's on Steam too.
Yeah. It's on your phone.
Mm.
And I'm sure I can say I can probably see why. What was I gonna say? So anywho, I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get that on a sale or something on Steam. in the future sometime. Then one day when I was searching through, I think it was Deku deals or whatever. Shout out to you guys, I guess, where they can it pretty much like attracts a bunch of game prices, digital or physical. Uh, this is not an ad. Sounds very much like an ad.
Didn't add
Excuse me. Nope, not an ad. Uh, what was I talking about? Um, I saw that
cat.
one of the Cat Quests was on sale, but I'm like, isn't there like three of them? Maybe they'll bundle it or something. And sure enough, they have the third game and the other old ones bundled up. So I ended up getting it on the Switch because it's a game that's hey, if they're as good as they are and there's three of them for the price of one game, why not? Right? Started the first one, finished the main campaign of the first one, and now I started the second one co-op with Janiana. Uh, First of all, I'm here to talk about Cat Quest 1 because we haven't finished the second one yet. The first one doesn't have co-op. They introduced in the second one. That's why the first one I just did on my own. It is those things that I described earlier. It is very accessible. It is a grindy RPG, but it makes again a very accessible grind because you're just doing random dungeons, you're doing quests, things like that. Uh, you're a cat. The story. I mean, they have a lot. Like you're a cat with like in a fantasy world where dogs are also like the living creatures in there, like animals and stuff like that. What was I gonna say? Like any other RPG, you can make different builds. You can make one that's all mana and just use spells the entire time. Uh, Swords, great swords. No, not great swords. I think it's just regular swords. Physical attack, fire attack, ice, lightning is the other one. I thought that was like a fourth status, but I could be
Poison.
perhaps. I don't remember. Anywho, um, it's very much gear based for the most part. Like, yeah, you yourself level and you get some basic stat increases. Like every time you level, it's just your health goes up, your attack goes up, and so does your uh magic like magic stat, right? Like intelligence, I guess would be. There's like
Hmm.
three in the first game. There's like four stats. It's like a shield icon, which is your defense, right? Like your armor. I'm sorry, it's your armor. Uh, the wand for your intelligence, like magic damage. A sword for like the physical one, and then like a heart for your health.
Okay.
And that's as simple as it gets. And as you level, those stats just scale appropriately, I guess, up until well, I don't know what the max is. I got to level 75 before I started the second game. Anywho, combat's super simple on the first one. It's you swing your sword. There's some uh it's like a generic three hit combo kind of thing. So that might get boring really fast for peeps. Uh but then they have spells that's pretty much like if you're doing a raid in WoW or something like, hey, it's this AoE or it's gonna go vertical or it's gonna go horizontal. Like the ice power only goes vertical, up and down, so you have to like position yourself accordingly to freeze people. Same with electricity, it goes horizontal, so like you'll hit the button and lightning strikes like from side to side. And again, it's a positioning thing. You position yourself next to a bunch of enemies or the boss or whatever to hit them with it, and then the fire is just like an AoE around you. These are all like again, like these are the only spells. Like there's the only fire spell, and then they have like one where you put like it's Arcana, I guess, and you just put like a diamond shaped trap with a bunch of spikes coming up, and then if enemies are on that, they take you know damage over time.
Hmm.
Same with like the fire and stuff, like in ice. Like if it procs, they'll either slow down for ice, burn for a couple seconds for fire, and I think shock stuns them for a bit, if I'm not mistaken, or if I think pretty sure it just stuns them. And then you play most of the game. What it looks like the overworld, but that's like the main. That's like the whole world. Like that is the open world. It's like what looks like an overworld. You're like a cat size, and like the towns are like funny looking, scaled wise. Like if you're playing Civ, I guess if that makes sense.
Hmm.
You know how like you have like animated versions of like this town, and here's yeah. It seems like that, and you can just start going through the open world. There's a bunch of ruins you can run to, and then that's when it loads like another level where you go into the ruins and do what you got to do, like a instance dungeon or something.
Is it a lot like a more simple version of Nobody Saves the World?
Nobody saves the world.
It's a co-op game.
It's more simple than that. Cat Quest
That's what I'm
Two.
saying.
Cat Quest Two is it. When we finish it, I'll talk more. They added a lot more mechanics. Where I'm like,
Okay.
I would put Nobody Saves the World and Cat Quest Two with. Okay, now we have a little bit of a deeper system here. Uh, but this first one, it seems like they're getting, first one, they kept it super simple, and I didn't know it was on mobile, but I'm like, okay, if it's on mobile, I understand because the grind is pretty much you do a bunch of quests, you fight the same enemies over. It's like a grind. You can do that quickly on your phone. You can do like a dungeon real quick. It's not like I'm gonna be here and do like a 30-minute dungeon. In a couple minutes, you're in there. You defeat the enemy if you're in the appropriate level. Like the scaling
Mm.
is for real. If it says, "Yo, you should only be in here if you're level 70," unless you have gear unless you have a build that's broken or something, they usually they'll one shot you in there. That's like if you're vastly away from the target level.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a very chill, very accessible RPG, action RPG, and that's why I'm like, okay, if this wasn't slapped this hard for like the first one, and I'm like, okay, let me start the second one, and now I have a good time with the second one, and if now there's a third one out with more stuff, with more mechanics, that's gonna be great. The writing is as punny as they can possibly get. Anything that has to do with cat that they can make it sound like meow or purr, like perfect, or like all of that, that's in here. Uh,
Even the Steam page, it said you fight many formidable foes.
for that it's nonstop. The towns are named after funny things, like South Pot instead of Southport. It's
Mm.
PAWT. So there's and it's just like etched onto the overworld slash open world. Um, yeah, it obviously feels like a group of people we just made. They were like, hey, let's make a fun RPG, and they came out, and it came out like how they wanted, right?
Mm.
It's developed by I think it's called Gentle Bros.
Yeah, the General Bros.
So I'm loving it. I love the first one. We're enjoying the second one. I didn't know if Danielle was gonna. I'm like, let's try it. I'm like, let's see if she wants to give it a shot. She seems like enjoying it. So, and we were like speedrunning through that second one. It's one of those like when you play a really good mobile game because the loop is at the perfect amount of time between dopamine hits. I don't know if that makes any sense, but to mobile players, maybe they understand. This game
Yeah.
is that in action RPG form. Like the loop you want in Diablo, where you're just like you're constantly leveling, constantly getting something like new gear, and you're just like this game does that. So like instead of like leveling your gear by going finding this resource, whatever, you open up a chest. Hey, it's the same one I've already unlocked. Cool. It just levels up the one you have. You don't
Mm.
have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You just I found this the assassin sword again. All right, the one you already have already levels up. We just merge it together, and now it's stronger. You don't have to spend cat gold for it, and you can just
Mm.
keep going through the worlds, going through the dungeons, and leveling stuff up. And it's just the simple but it works kind of game, right? Like it definitely focused on function and being funny. The fashion's
Gotcha.
there. It's cute. Janina played it like I think it was like 30 minutes. He's like, there's no way there's no merch for this because in the second game they introduced dogs and it's just cute dogs everywhere.
Can you play as it?
The second, yeah, you can swap between them. Then the second game you play as the cat or a dog, and if it's co-op, I think the second player plays as dog.
You think they're gonna add a third? They're gonna add like birds or something?
I don't know what Cat Quest 3 did yet. I don't know. We'll see.
It's gotta be either birds or a fish, I would think.
I would assume it's fish because there's a point where you start like traversing through the water.
Mm.
Like it seems like in the first game and now in the second game because we kind of unlocked it. You learn how to walk on water because they're limited by tech. They're not gonna they're little sprites on the screen. And then you learn how to fly because dragons exist in this world too.
Mm.
Yeah, dragons exist. There's a bunch of weird.
Dragon.
Yeah, drag. There's a blue one and it's ice. So
What color are his eyes?
they're yellow. I think they're
Because
yellow.
he has to be blue eyes, white dragon.
That's true.
Drake.
I don't think they're blue eyes. White dragon.
Is there a white dragon?
Nah, it's all the elementals. So it's like there's a blue one, a red one, a purple one.
Is there a black dragon? Dragon?
There is, but it's like because he's one of like the main bads.
Color his eyes.
I don't recall.
You don't know if they're red?
I don't know if they're red.
Is there a baby one?
Yeah, like the enemies you find in the overworld. There's like those small. I think they're called wyverns though. They just call them. They're named wyverns.
But you need to call them what?
Dragons.
Nope. What?
Oh,
Well, what kind of dragons?
blue-eyed
It,
white dragons.
nope. It's a baby dragon.
Baby dragon. Okay.
You let me down.
Yeah, I lost all the school points there.
I'm gonna put you in here.
And where? In the trash?
Yeah.
What happens when you push it?
Dun, 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 dun.
We go to the limit.
It's not the song I was doing.
Oh,
Back in. Yeah.
that would have been crazy if the most inappropriate thing was in there just now.
I should have put a picture of just a gun like this.
Yeah. You would have been like all playful and then like a barrel comes out. Holy shit.
I have to figure out how to do that.
What do you mean you had to figure it out? Not too bad. All right. I don't know what you're doing with your face. That's all I have for Cat Quest. It was fun. If you see it on
Give it a
sale
year.
on yeah, like I think it's on sale on Nintendo eShop. It is a great Nintendo game or Switch game, or I guess Steam Link. If I think it's on the whole trilogy is on Steam as well. It is accessible as hell. It's yeah, you might get the only thing you have to be upset at is like, oh, I didn't grind enough. That's it, bro. Like there is some like, oh, some monsters are like, okay, that's kind of overpowered, or like they're frustrating to fight, but it's nothing serious, bro. This game is nothing but like, hey, let's have a good time. That's not too. It's not crazy, and I'm digging it. We'll see if 3 holds up because 2 seems like it's holding up. Well, the first one seemed a little outdated, but 2 is holding up, and 3 is probably gonna be dope. You want to do Tierra Whack or Lion Babe first?
You tell me. Dealer's choice.
I like the the name of the second album there, Worldwide Whack.
I'm opening the album.
Okay.
Tierra Whack's a name that I've heard quite a bit over the last few years, but I've never really like went out of my way to hear a song or anything like that.
This is the first I'm hearing of her.
So like I saw new releases. She had an album.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck it. Um
I'm so excited to see
it's
what type of music this is.
15 tracks. Yeah, it's about 37 minutes, almost 38 minutes.
Okay.
Out of the 15, I hearted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them.
Okay.
Have you ever heard any music from Smino at all?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah.
She's like kind of like a female version of that. Like I don't know who came out first or if they're around the same time, but if you like one, you'd like the other.
Oh, then I probably like it. 'Cause I like
It's not
Smino.
1-to-1, like no one's copying, but there's similarities in styles between the two.
They're in the
That I
same
think,
vibe bucket.
yeah,
Okay.
same. No, I don't like
Yeah.
bucket.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds really gross.
Yeah, I don't like that shit at all.
Actually, that sounds like a Transylvanian person saying the F word. Yeah,
Um,
we'll cut that out. We'll be right back.
you can leave that. It's up to you. I hit play on one of them to try to explain the album sound.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it's chill, but it has like drum patterns or like cadences that you'd hear on some rap stuff. It's kind of hard to explain. Kind of like Smino meets SZA, but she's not really singing like that though. Just like a little melodic.
Okay.
I have no clue how to really explain it without like being able to play context to
Yeah,
explain it.
I know what you mean, and I can't. I
Chill,
can't play it.
kind of abstract, rappy R&B is I guess the best way I can explain.
Okay.
I don't remember there being any songs that I hate.
Yeah, it's usually the case with like a Smino vibe. Like the instrumentals are probably grooving. Like it's just chill.
Yeah, she's just kind of just rapping or doing a little bit of melodies in there.
Uh-huh.
Chilled, easy time to listen to.
Okay.
If you like Smino, if you like kind of vibes, like I can't even say low energy. If you just want like
A wave,
I don't even know,
a current.
non turbulent, like it's kind of the same kind of easygoing, kind of rap R&B. It's a little abstract.
Uh-huh.
You don't like cookie cutter? I think she would fit. And also if you like Smino, it's less than 45 minutes. I say give it a shot.
Yeah, that's
Unless you
less.
absolutely hate anything that rhymes with rap. So you don't like map. You don't even like trap.
You don't
You don't
fall for
like,
traps,
yeah.
and
You don't like
sometimes,
flaps. Like,
yeah, you don't wear a baseball cap.
yeah. You don't lie either. No cap.
Yeah.
Then, maybe. But I enjoyed it. Very easy to listen to.
I'll have to check it out then. Because I think what is it? No L's comes on randomly a lot for me by Smino. It
Mm.
has that key back, like the piano key playing repeatedly in the background. You might have. I think you've heard it. 'Cause I think the instrumental is similar to another one that I've
There's
heard.
a good chance I've heard it, but I don't know anymore.
I'm with you, man. You can't yawn because I'm gonna yawn, bro.
You can't yawn because I'm going to yawn.
You're gonna yawn because I'm gonna yawn.
That's it.
Then just punch me from off screen like this in recording. What is that? That sounds like you're trying to communicate with frogs.
Take a watch.
Well, shout out to all the frogs, especially the one that can sing on Wonder Brothers.
It's my idol.
What's his name? I think we had this discussion before.
I don't think he has a name.
Okay.
Looney Tunes frog name. They
Is
just
it
call him.
what?
Okay, apparently his name is Michigan J. Frog.
That sounds
The
exact.
character's original name was Enrico. What kind of fucking jump was that?
Enrico.
And the J in Michigan J. Frog's Jackson. So Michigan Jackson Frog used to be Enrico. Now they call him that.
I
What
would
the
like to.
hell's
I
going
would
on?
like to hear Enrico sing "Hello, my baby, hello, my darling."
I want to see if there's some kind of salsa rendition of it.
That's what I'm thinking. Or did this guy like just come up one day? He's like, "I'm gonna audition for this," and then sang "There Goes My Baby," and like they're like, "You're in. That's the song you're singing. And that's the only thing you're doing." And then make a loud frog noise.
And my heart's on fire if you are you.
Spot on, bro.
Thanks, man.
What about the House of Lion Babe? Is this like a debut
Um,
album?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've heard of them years ago, but let me check.
I don't know why I thought it was one person.
I think it's a duo. I think it's a singer and producer. I'm not
Gotcha.
quite sure.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm still looking. It looks like they've done the albums before. The first time I've heard of them was in. Let's go through all the EPs and singles. Still going. Aggressively clicking now.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's coming
panicking.
through. Yeah, I can think we can hear the clicking.
This is bullshit. There's no way that it starts in 2023 because
Remember, you swapped services before
I'm
recently.
looking at their discography.
Oh, my fault. I thought you were talking about you're looking through your likes.
You're a poopy head.
Oh, dang. I appreciate you keeping it clean.
That wasn't me being clean.
What?
They don't do We Lit. I'm pretty sure these might be the people. I think they have a song with Waka Flocka. That might be the first time I've heard of them.
And you're on Music Brains, or what are you looking at?
I just look in title. Like, no, not Waka. The song called Rockets. When did this come out? Credits. 2017 is the first time I've heard of them. I'm hitting play so I can remember what this sounds like. Yeah, We Lit. We Lit. Okay, I was looking wrong. It's called the Rockets, and they say We Lit. I've shown you this before, but it's been years, and
Okay.
I drooled. I never knew who they were besides them doing this song. I've never really looked into them, but I know that I liked what I heard.
Okay.
And then I saw, I think a few singles dropped this year. I was like, oh, okay, I remember the name. Oh, these are cool. And then the album apparently dropped in September. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
For the most part, Oh, well, let me get 14 tracks, 41, almost 42 minutes.
Yeah.
I hearted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them as well. Nothing really, because of the style of music, nothing here that I hated. And the reason I say that's because it's kind of like funk, but like electronic music and like kind of housey and freestyle-y, like an amalgamation of that.
Okay.
M- it leans to one end more so depending on the tracks.
Okay. And you said there's a
Um,
vocalist, or who's this?
yeah, the lady singer,
Okay.
she's a good voice.
I was gonna ask if the.
It's not like not to shit on them, but it's not like don't expect like a Billie Eilish performance on it. It's more like it's it's more like get the hook and then those genres of instrumental.
So like the EDM, the ladies who usually sing on EDM, be like you don't know who it is, but you're like, oh, they're out here. Like back in the day when Cascade was making music, like the "Move for Me," you don't know who the lady who "Move for Me" is,
I
right?
don't even know which song that is right now off the top of my head.
Oh, then look up Cascade "Move for Me." I'm pretty sure that's Cascade, or my
Sing it right now.
I don't have it playing in my head, so I don't know how it goes.
All right, play.
Yeah, here I'll send you the link here. It
Um,
says there's a okay. There's one that's Cascade and Dead Mouse, and it says "Move for Me." I don't know. It's one of those, but I'll send it to you. Where you at?
but it's kind of like that. Uh, at least with from what can recall from Cascade songs, a lot of times there's a vocal, but it's more like they use the singer more so as part of the instrumental as opposed to being like a foreground singer a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Here she's more foreground, but it's with the same intention where it's like land the vocal hook. That's vibe.
Oh.
The reason I said what I said about me not hating songs because the type of music is that a lot of other songs will have repetitious vocal parts that while I it's a pet peeve of mine
Okay.
with this genre, it gets a little more tolerance from me.
Okay. Because it's like that's the point of this
Mm-hmm.
hour. I'm assuming. How long was the runtime? I'm sorry.
40, almost 42
Yeah,
minutes.
like I'm assuming it's an EDM journey for 40 minutes, so you know what you're expecting.
Yeah, more so like a see. I hate that I have to default to saying EDM because then people just think like festival, yeah, like
Yeah.
festival, that kind of cookie cutter stuff. I guess the best way is like electronic funk or dance. It's the best way I can explain it.
I mean, that sounds right up my alley, to be honest.
Yeah, it's easy listen. The singles that they had released was like the last two songs of the album, "Make It Look Easy" and "Love Take Over," I
Mm-hmm.
believe. And yeah, I still like them.
You did a check. Yeah, I woke up this morning. I still like them.
And it's all. I think there's apparently only one song that's explicit. Everything else is clean, so safe listening.
Oh, okay. So there's not
It
many.
sounds clean. Like
It is clean for the most part, I
yeah,
guess.
it sounds clean. Almost as clean. I don't even remember what they said in that one song that was explicit.
Might have been like a shit or a F, an F, a fuck, or I don't know. Maybe damn. I think damn is also still under explicit.
God damn you. God damn us all. Boom, boom. Kendrick Lamar song.
Okay. I'm like, man, I'm not. That's not hitting.
Um, yeah, just good time, good vibes.
Okay.
Less than an hour, so it's not that much of a commitment.
I have a lot of
It's
music
definitely
homework.
something to move to.
Okay. Is that gonna be your? That's gonna be one of your groovy playlist names. Something to move to.
No, mine is just called a groove for my channel.
Oh yeah, I know. On that note, we can go to releases unless you have anything else.
I'm pregnant. No, I don't have anything.
Oh, congratulations!
It's a lamp.
What?
What?
Oh, your child's a lamp. Got it. That would have been funny if it was just a dog, but Missed opportunity there, right?
It's a dog.
It's a dog. We'll fix it in edit. I'm not. Um, for game releases, there's the Mario and Luigi Brothership game, which according to Kelsey, it's not reviewing well. So that's unfortunate. I thought it was going to be a solid last RPG for them before they go to Switch 2.
It sucks because every other Mario and Luigi game I've played, I've loved. So I was contemplating getting this, but I'm glad. I'm not glad that the game's doing bad. I'm just glad that it's
You
not
didn't
doing well
throw.
enough for me to accidentally throw money at it. Cough, cough, Paper Mario.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. Your wallet's still hurting from that. You learned at least.
Yeah, you can't trust. You can't trust Nintendo sometimes.
You can trust them most of the time, but just know that it's never. What is it? It's never 0% chance that like this animal will stab you or something, or the chances are low, but it's never zero.
Mm.
Something like that. That's the saying that was going around. Um, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles roguelite Splintered Fates comes out, and it looks like it's on multiple consoles. So it's on Switch, PC, on the phone.
I was gonna
Awesome.
say it looks like a mobile game,
What
like
else?
with the way the UI is set up.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, it's just that. I think it's just phone, Switch, and PC. I don't know. It looks pretty fun. I might check this out to see because having what was that? I think it's a two. Is it a 4-player co-op or
Yeah, that's funny. They had a whole trailer that says official couch co-op reveal trailer. It's so crazy that that's
that's a feature you need to like highlight now. Like that,
yeah.
it's yep. We don't need a rant today.
Related but not related. I saw I hope I liked the tweet. Someone's working on a beat 'em up that is inspired by the Raid movies. And
Whoa,
there's gameplay footage.
does it look like Sifu or like
It looks like the way it looked it was like Sifu you can still move the camera around. This one's like a little more static of a camera, but Sifu
type of gameplay? I'm
but there's
assuming.
guns.
Whoa, that's
Cause
true.
like
There is
one
gun
time he
there.
finishes him with like pulls a pistol and shoots him.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like some kind of mix.
Oh, I mean that might. Is it from the same devs as Sifu or no?
I don't know.
Okay. If you find the
And
name,
I'm
let me
annoyed
know.
because I don't even remember the name. I
If you,
remember seeing the tweet.
uh-huh.
I just got to see if I liked the tweet.
You might have. I mean, it sounds like you would have. I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm waiting for Twitter to load. I'm assuming it's going slow because everybody's throwing slurs for the election.
Yes, that's exactly what's probably happening. Ah, man. Thursday and Friday is going to be quite the day.
Turns out I won.
Yo, I'd cry on stream.
Good or bad, cry.
Good cry. That means everyone gets tearaway pants. Are you kidding me?
No shit. It's actually uniform.
Yeah, like you can't walk out of your house without tearaway pants.
Every argument or every court date
Mm-hmm.
can be settled in a first to 10.
Yeah, there's no more. Let's find evidence. No, you want to fight for your freedom? Get the sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
You go in first to 10 in, I guess a game chosen by by like the judge or something.
Mm-hmm. The jury, your peers, they
Yeah.
pick the game.
Oh, they'll be like, he doesn't look like he plays any Darkstalkers, bro. Let's throw Darkstalkers at him.
That'd be a way to rig it because then when the jury meet in the back, like, okay, he doesn't look. And then someone just starts whispering like slang for each game, just see if they react. They're like electric. And
Like,
then they're like, yes, who's attacking? He's guilty.
yeah, he's fucking guilty as hell. Oh shit, good bit. Uh, Metal Slug Tactics is out.
Yeah, today.
I didn't think it was this soon, but I guess it was in that Nintendo Direct. It was pretty soon, November
Stressing me
8th.
out, man.
It looks pretty solid, to be honest. I've seen multiple gameplay trailers, and I like the art style. It's like a good mix between the classic 2D or the classic sprites and the isometric look, because before you only had to worry about his left and right. Digging it. I haven't played a tactics game since Final Fantasy Tactics, I think, unless I'm missing one. And
That style of tactic game.
yeah, I think
I
the
played.
only time I've seen, and then I watched Kelsey play Disgaea for a bit. The
Uh, yeah, I stopped playing that quick, and only because when he loaded in, I don't know if he had all the DLC, but in the first mission they gave you too many things at once, because I guess it was DLC items, and I was like, someone else can deal with this, and I just got out.
and you got the hell out.
The most recent one I played was Tactics Ogre Reborn, but I never finished it. I liked what I played, but I didn't finish it.
I don't think it counts as a tactics game, but Unicorn Overload is the latest one I played, I guess.
If that counts, then it is
That's what I'm
mine.
saying.
But
I don't think it does. That's more of a Fire Emblem, right? I think so, but with like party groups instead of single units.
yeah, it's like there was a Fire Emblem that was more so focused on that awakening. Let you, if you're next to a teammate, it would kind of do what Unicorn Overlord does, but not the same.
It's not.
It's kind of like a Fire Emblem-y auto battler. It's kind of the best way to explain it.
That's true.
And it has a real time element. That game is great, man.
Yep. I never finished it, but I played a good chunk.
You like the ending?
I love the ending. The credits rolled, and it made me excited about the sequel that it's clearly going to get.
I found it.
Okay.
Um,
You said it's on Steam?
Axe. Yeah, the demo's on Steam too. Axe of Blood.
Let me look it up.
You want me to send it to you?
Oh, I'm already on YouTube, but if you already have a direct link, then
I can get it.
okay. If you're gonna look for it, I can find it. Acts of
I already
Death.
found it. I already found it.
Okay, then send me the link. Sorry for any actual Italians.
You like it?
Well, it even looks like not. Let me chill. I was gonna come out wrong regardless, so I'm just gonna stop.
I still haven't watched any of them.
Okay, he's looking at the the glass. I don't know what's playable. Okay, there you go. That looks playable. Oh, but it's not like hey, here's a scenario. It looks like you're traversing through worlds and stuff.
I only saw before looking up and sending you this. I only saw the combat video on the
He
Twitter.
pulled out a shotgun. Yeah, this looks like an okay time. I'd try this one out.
Depends on when and the price.
Yeah, the planned release date still says to be announced. So I don't think we're seeing this anytime soon.
The best thing is, you know how there's like the features are about this game section on Steam.
Uh-huh.
One of the key features, outfit customization, already better than Tekken.
You don't know what that means to them yet.
Yeah, but they have a GIF.
Oh, that shows the type of
There's one,
customization you're
two,
looking
three,
for.
4, 5. There's 6 slots, and it looks like more original clothes than Tekken. But they give you 3 jeans as 3 different items.
3 jeans of a
But
different like shade of blue or like or
yeah, it's like regular jeans. Those jeans with a hole. Shiny jeans.
all we did was change the shader. Enjoy. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Hachi's not dead.
Whoa! Imagine.
Still waiting for them to announce the last character. Better be me.
You thinking it's gonna be Game Awards?
The finals for the Tekken World Tours in December 6th to 8th. I'm curious if they announce the character before that, and then that's
When they announce a new
during the
pass.
tournament. During the tournament is when they're gonna say the release date, and then announce the next pass.
Mm-hmm.
That might be the move. I'm not quite sure. I just don't know when they start their tours. I don't know if they're gonna sync it with the character. I just hope that from here on out, because they're literally
The last
slacking on this
people.
department,
Mm-hmm.
no more silhouettes.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe they do because if it's December 6th, I think Game Awards is the first weekend of December, right? And I don't think that's December 6th. So maybe they'll announce the last person on that battle pass, and then for that tournament, they'll do what you're saying and be like, here's a pass, no silhouettes anymore.
No, the Game Awards is after.
It's after?
12th.
Oh,
It's on a Thursday.
what?
Yeah, the
Is it
Game
normally
Awards.
on Thursday or is it? I thought it was on Saturdays or Fridays at least.
I don't even know.
Okay.
No, I think that makes sense because sometimes we have to, or I had to go
Yeah, go
horizontal
to.
before.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it is. Normally Thursdays. Okay. What are we talking about? Oh, we were talking about the Acts of Blood stuff, and that's how we got to. Oh, then maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of hopeful they are gonna announce the next season pass because they need something to get people excited for more content in Tekken 8, while Capcom is reaping all the attention on February. And I don't even know what else
Yeah,
comes out February. I think there's other big games in February that are coming out too. Like it's not just Monster Hunter.
I feel like there's other stuff, but I'm blanking. I know that April is City of Wolves.
Is it actually coming out?
Yeah, April
It wasn't
20.
delayed?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh,
City of the
Wolves.
Wolves.
Okay. You didn't have to make it wet.
April 24th, but who's counting?
You.
Yeah,
The heck kind of
I'm
question?
excited. It looks like a version of Street Fighter 6 that I would prefer.
Then it's gonna. Okay.
Not to
That's,
say Street Fighter 6 is bad, but this looks like a little more catered to what I like to do.
you think they made better decisions than that?
I can't even say better, just
Different?
decisions I preferred.
Gotcha. That's fair. Okay. For movies, I didn't see much on there. That's coming out this week. We already had some heavy hitting, but like more popular movies coming out last week. Disregard that. Killian Murphy's next movie is out this week. Small Things Like These.
He just has balls on his hand.
Oh my god! And then he says it in like Thomas Shelby accent, or as him, I guess. And then from music, we got literally four things: Jamie Johnson, Primal Scream, State Champs, and The Body are releasing projects.
Bro, sorry to cut you off.
Then week next
This
week.
movie.
What's up?
No.
Oh,
Not
okay.
even
My bad. Go ahead.
Friday movie releases on the site that you have linked here.
Yeah.
Cellar Door. That is the cheapest AI I've ever seen make art.
What
I want you to click that link and then go to Cellar Door.
what link?
The upcoming movies, the
Oh,
IGN.
okay. And then go down to which
No, you
seller?
don't have to go down. It's the fourth movie.
That is an AI poster.
That
That
is the
that
ugliest shit I've seen in my life.
that person is not a person. The guy on the left is not a person.
He looks like he's from Heavy Rain Beta.
He does. Oh man. Yeah, that's not a good pick
No.
for a poster or whatever thumbnail that IGN is using here. Heavy Rain
Uh,
bait. I forgot about Heavy Rain. Didn't he lose his
uh
kid or some shit?
Jason.
That's what it was, yeah. Like at a supermarket or something.
I don't know any of these albums for this week.
Yeah, it's like four. Next week it's stacked. So we'll have a more enthusiastic release section, I guess, next
Oh,
week. What's up?
oh 07 No Shake. John Batiste. Damn.
I'm telling you, it's stacked. We'll go over it.
Have you heard
What's up?
the new lead singer for Linkin Park? I know that they already announced, and she's done some tours with them, but I
I
don't think I've actually heard her.
I heard her do a previous song, and I'm like, yep. There's parts where she sounds like
Chester.
Chester, and I'm like, okay, it sounds similar, but that's it. I haven't heard any other new stuff. If they have any new stuff, I just saw the clip of her performing an older track, and I don't know, sounded fine to me. I just gotta wait. I'm gonna listen to this album, see what it can do with original writing. Just right to see what it sounds like.
I might revisit it.
Revisit it.
Or Linkin Park. Revisit Linkin Park.
Oh, I see. Yeah, got me. Like I said, she's to me it sounded. There's moments of when she was singing like a I forgot what song it was. I don't know if it was in the end or from the inside. But I forgot what it was. But the response, I'm like, okay, she does at times sound like Chester. So I'm like, cool. And then I've been waiting for them to drop an album so I can see if with new music how does she sound, right?
Mm.
So we'll see. I'll find out next week. Um, that's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
Alrighty. The heck? You had more burps for me.
Some hiccups, brother.
Oh. Alrighty. We'll be back next week with I don't see what would I be. Oh, I should have talked about it now, but I forgot to. I'll talk about it next week. We binge watched Agatha All Along, so we'll talk about that next week.
It ended?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. I'll try and see if I can watch some movies because I'm behind on movies, like Transformers One or something.
how could you be behind in movies?
I'm very behind in movies, dude. And in music. You already gave me like 6 albums to listen to. I haven't heard new music, and I haven't listened to the ones you recommended yet.
I haven't really watched much. Oh, I didn't mention. Did I mention Vox Machina last week?
I don't think you did. So
Oh,
that's
I
you
finished
have.
the season.
Oh, then you have something for next week.
Yeah.
Buffered. That's our trailer right there. Oh, next week. Tune in next week for Legend of Vox Machina and Agatha All Along. Bye.
Mm.